So, we're roughing it right now. I've got my computer doing something. I recorded a video, right? I put the video up. I can't find the original. Imagine that, peeps. Imagine that. No idea where it is. No idea. So, I've been staring at this for like ever. This is for doing this. Not this, but this. There you go. Unfortunately, my big, heavy, chunky shuttle that will do best with this still has thread on it. So, I decided, and since I don't feel like doing anything, let's do this. Because I'm not timing my tatting. So like if I just fiddle around with it or take too long or whatever, like it doesn't matter. So we're making the same thing that we've been making this whole time. Oh, that one's all weird and wonky doodle. So we're supposed to do a ring now because we have a chain. Stop it, you. I'm also trying to get this out of here too. I don't know how to shuttle tat. I don't imagine it's terribly difficult. That's the only thing I don't like. That's freaking annoying. So here comes the clicking and the clicking and the clicking. I had this with me today just in case I had like time. Newsflash, I didn't have time. No, I was actually playing tour guide with one of the people that started with me. They're in a different department and like they didn't know where they were going. Like they felt they had really not gotten any not a whole lot of information. Now me, I am an information gathering fiend. And I know how to get information. And I think the miscommunication is everybody's assuming that there's going to be more than what's going on, perhaps. And then there's not. And so people are just having a lot of time where they're like, okay, I'm done with this. Now what? And that just keeps like happening and happening and happening. And yeah, I think there's some frustration with some people because they're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to be. Now me, I've been on the phone with my boss, like my person who I immediately answer to. I have, you know, asked all the questions, like all the questions. And if I think of a question later, I ask it. Like I do not hesitate to ask questions. And so like I have a better idea of what is going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm having trouble here. I'm having so much trouble. My computer is still loading. What shit is it going through? Okay, so I forgot what I was doing for a minute. I also need to learn to needle tat with two colors. Okay, yeah, that's what I would. It's like did I forget everything? Anyway, so I played tour guide. She bought me lunch. We're gonna say that's payment for services rendered, right? I like told her where everything was, told her how to get places. I said, you know, open-ended invitation. If you need help, if you don't know where something is, you can absolutely ask me, because I probably know. And it's not to step on the toes of anybody. It's to be helpful, okay? Because sometimes other people are doing other things and they're not accessible. And I told my boss when I saw her later the day, actually, when I met her, I hadn't been face to face with her yet. I was like, look, if there is anything I can do to like help, just ask. Like, I don't know, I'm really proactive, and I've had people say, oh, that's really nice, and I'm like, it's not about being nice. That should be like the baseline. Like, and if that's not the baseline, like, what are you doing? I don't know. So, oh, and then I had a lovely fucking migraine. And then I was under fluorescent lights, which are known to make headaches and migraines worse. And it was like the sun beating down on me. It was so bright. And I was like, I can't deal with this. And I'm just like, I'm wanting to leave so bad. But I'm like, stick it out, stick it out, stick it out. You have things to learn, right? Like, you have to just get through this. It's Friday. You get to go home. You'll be home for a couple of days. You know, you will have time. You will. So, like, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm like, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Honestly, between me and you, as soon as this thread is gone, which there's a possibility we can get through it, on this, what's going to happen is I'm going to use this one. This one's going to take over for this. And we're going to wind this. Why? Because I want to. That's why. So, I think my first week went fine. I wish that there wasn't a lot of dead space. But, you know, the issue is, during the orientation, people take varying amounts to get through stuff, because this orientation that I'm talking about is not, I'm not talking about the orientation to like your specific area, but all the stuff for the company. And it's a lot of little moving parts, and some people take longer. Some people have difficulty doing certain things. And so what the company decided to do was give people an inordinate time to do it, which means anybody who's efficient or quick or like got a jump start or whatever, they are they're just waiting. They're just waiting. Like waiting. And that gets frustrating and tiring, because you're just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, look, I'm all down for like getting paid and doing minimal work, but the purpose of me being here is to do work, okay? So when I am just sitting around doing nothing, it's irritating to me. So I brought my homework with me, right? So I could maybe read some chapters. Now, I also wasn't sure if the person that I guided through the building was going to even want to do it, because we were in one place and had to go to another place, and it was cold, and they were like, I'm so cold, and I'm like, I mean, we're not going to be outside like long enough for it to matter, but if like you don't want to do it, like that's fine, but like the offer is there. Because the thing with it is the offer that I made, nobody else is going to make that offer. I know. I've worked for this place before. People are just, and it's not that they're not willing to help, it's just they're not thinking to make the offer. And so what's happening is, you know, you've got people who maybe aren't good at, they're not good at asking for help or like clarifying their confusion, because what is it, the Dunning-Kruger effect? You don't know what you don't know, and so you won't fucking ask about it. Is that what it? I think that's what it is. And it, I mean, you think about it, like, if you think you have all the information, right? If you think you understand what's going on, there's no reason for you to ask what else or to clarify. Now, if you want to be conscientious and fucking high speed about it, your best bet is to double check. Ask, right? That's, you can do that. Now, I get it. For a lot of people, when something is, quote unquote, just a job, there's not a lot of dedication to it. And I guess this is where I differ strongly from other people. Like, whether this is just a job or whether it's my career, I'm going to do the same caliber of work either way. And a lot of people don't work like that. Like, they're like, if they're not, if they don't love doing it, it's not really what they want to do, what happens is they just stop. Now, here's what's funny, right? So we all know that I got fired for reasons unknown. I know what they said to me, and I know it's bullshit. So, whatever. Now, the funny thing is, everybody who, like, regularly worked with me, like, I saw, like, all of them. The only one I didn't see, I texted them earlier and said, hey, are you working? And they're like, no, it's my day off. And I'm like, okay, well, you have fun. And everybody who saw me was happy to see me, which is really funny. Because supposedly I'm unpleasant. I don't know. Like, if I don't know you, I'm not really big on talking. And I understand that for some people, that's off-putting. But I don't know you. Right? And the thing with, and I guess this is the thing. So, I guess this is also part of why I'm, like, resigned to the fact. So I don't smile a lot. And people who don't smile a lot, they're like, oh, why are you mad? Why are you sad? I'm not. I just don't smile. Like, the lack of a smile does not denote a bad mood or feeling bad. And people, they're so connected, like, they won't separate the idea in their head. And actually, there's a mental disorder that plagues Japanese, like, young women. It's called smile syndrome, and it's because they're expected to smile to the point where they will start smiling at, like, inappropriate times, because it's essentially been conditioned into them to just always, you always have to be smiling, you always have to be pleasant, and it doesn't matter what's going on. And that's a problem. Okay, that's whether it's severe enough to be labeled as mental illness, doesn't matter. It's a freaking problem. And that's just one of those things. Like, I don't think it's necessary for me to become someone or something else to do my job. I think what matters more about that equation is that I'm doing my job. So here's the thing. If you're super pleasant, but you're not getting the job done, is that really helpful? Hi, Shadow. I don't have my screen up, so if I miss anything, you gotta give me a minute. I'm looking on my phone, and so Usually I actually take the chat off my phone entirely. I don't know, because I'm not looking at it usually, so it doesn't matter. I'm trying to get through this shuttle just so I can play with that. It's been sitting next to my desk like for a week. Oh, whoops, not. Oh, freaking double jointed fingers. So annoying. I was thinking about taking apart some tatting because I don't feel like doing anything right now. It's been a long week, okay? And it's been stressful. But it's stressful because I don't deal with I don't deal with change and upset a lot, and I've had to deal with a lot of it. I've also had to deal with like a lot of people and be around a lot of people and be around a lot of new people, and that is just, my social battery is like dead. Okay, like I wake up and it's dead. I'm not social. Yeah, so I had to tell my boss that. I said, look, I ask questions, I communicate, I let people know what's going on, but I'm not warm and fuzzy. Like, if I don't know you, you're not going to get a lot of conversation out of me. Unless you're, like, putting forth the effort to, like, actually participate in the conversation. And most people don't. And, like, if you ask, like, questions that could be easily answered with a yes or no, like, that's not a good question. Like, if you're trying to learn something or get to know somebody or, like, get any information, asking questions where you absolutely legitimately could just say yes or no and be done. That's not a good line of questioning, okay? And look, yeah, sure, we don't need to interrogate people. Yeah, whatever. The reality is most people don't conduct conversations. They just, I don't even know that they show up, okay? Like, do they? I don't know. And that's the thing. There's so many people that don't, and I'm not the only one who's realizing this, and I'm not quite sure why it's happening. I have some suspicions. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Brought to you by friend. You do show up. But like, so that whole me being, I don't know, surly, if you will. My thing with it is at no point did anyone say, hey, like, are you okay? Like, what's up? They just made a judgment call. They made an assumption. It wasn't fucking right. And boom. Like, I don't know. I'm team get more information. All right? Like, that's just me. That makes more sense to me. Like, I know that things can look all kinds of ways, right? Like, all kinds of ways. I also know, looking for my scissors, that my interpretation of things isn't necessarily accurate, right? Like, I might be missing some, like, crucial bit of information that would totally cause me to interpret what's going on differently, right? Like, maybe someone has crippling anxiety, and being around new people and new places, like, without, like, time to adjust is, like, difficult for them, right? So they're not being rude, they're not being cold, they're not being distant, they're having a hard time. I said I was going to finish this, but what's going to happen is I don't want to join another one. I hate joining thread. So we're going to cut this off, and this is going to just turn into, like, some scrap something or other to do. The important part, however, I don't know what that looks like. not even a quarter of a flower. Alright, now this right here, I don't know what the hell's going on. I do not know. I do not know. I need to rewind it, but I'm so confused. Like something... Yeah. Now here's the other thing. So I talked to the last guy I trained. I talked to Miss Matter of Fact. I talked to freaking Dr. Hottie. That's not their name. I made a joke. Oh no, it was Nurse Hottie. Sorry. I talked to Nurse Hottie. And did I say anybody else? I don't know. Anyway, I talked to a couple of people, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so pint size." They're like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you." And I was like, "Yeah." Now my thing with it is, I told everybody, I'm like, I already have a job offer. Like, I'm just waiting. Like, I'm gonna, you know, do out the rest of what I said I was gonna do. Mostly because I had to. Like, if I could have left earlier and, like, started earlier, I freaking would have. I literally could not, though, which super sucks. Alright, so this is awesome. This is awesome. We don't need this anymore. But, I don't know. Like, just, what? What? Alright, so I thought about needle tatting too, but I need to color tat to do what I'm doing with this, and that is not going to work with that. Now, what I can also say that's not going to work is me getting this through this little hole. So I have this, sorry, weird, it's not a needle threader. It's totally a needle threader. It's not, but it absolutely is. That's for like a needle I have. So seriously though, yeah. This will fit a monofilament. So, ta-da! This is science right here. Okay, so, ta-da! Alright, okay, hold on, I gotta figure out which way we're going. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna do like this. It's not like a strong knot, it's really just to hold it on there while I so I think it's this way. I think I wrap away. Alright, wow. I know, that's I really was hoping. So no homework today. Didn't tat either. Just played tour guide. Oh yeah, and comedian. So one of the things that I don't know what this is, but apparently I'm fucking funny. Like one of the things, like if you like I don't know, I have people laughing at my antics like in minutes. I don't know why. It's hilarious though. So I've been making a joke about insert company name here. I don't think they knew they were hiring a comedian. Okay, so my search is finally done. So I can't seem to find this thing I'm looking for. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Like, I can't find this. So the next order of business is, I think I can download it because it's on my channel, but yeah, I think it's funny, there's supposed to be 3 other people at the like meeting we had at the end of the day, which is what I was killing time for. And freaking, there was one other person who wasn't there, right? And both of the other people are basically part-timers because they're in school. And like, I'm taking like a class, but my class is like, I don't remember how long a semester is, but ooh, we finally got some color. Anyway, I told my boss, I said, I want to work as much as possible. And I was like, I'm talking I'm talking like seriously. And I want 40 hours. I want 40 hours every week. What? Please, please call me Ray. Okay, so there's the video. I don't understand why I lost this video. Download. I mean, I talk to whoever's listening. And if you're listening, you can listen. I tell stories though, that's what I do. And you can ask questions, or you can join in the conversation, or you can observe. It doesn't make any never mind to me. But it was my first week at work, and I needed to update everybody. So there we go. I wonder how long this blue is. No, you cannot. Oh my gosh. What is this? Sorry, I'm downloading this. I don't understand why, like, that was a long ass video. Like, I swear that I downloaded it to my computer, right, before it disappeared off Twitch. But apparently I don't know what I'm fucking talking about because I couldn't find it. I've been looking for it since I got home. I got home at like 5. I did like stop and eat candy and like talk on the phone for a little bit, but okay, so now look, here's the thing. This is under tension, which is not not a great thing, but I'm trying to get as much yarn on here as possible. And like theoretically, at the point that it starts to go out beyond the shuttle, like you probably want to stop, because then it's gonna become unwieldy to like work with. I'm like pushing it. You better not. And hey, good luck. I have, hold on. I have a lot. Like I have a ridiculous amount. I'm about to get more too. So where's my heart? I don't know where my heart. I have a tatted heart somewhere around here. It is disappeared. I don't know where it is. Where is it? My art area is a freaking mess again. It's a mess. Anyway, I don't know where it is. But I got commissioned, like, so somebody's giving, she's giving up some yarn. And I said to her, I was like, I really wish I had some spare money. I would totally slide you some dough for all that yarn. Because, ooh, So she's like, well, you could make me something. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so we're going to stop this color here because it started it started a wave of black. And I want to see how this goes. Anyway, so like, moment of truth, people. I have more yarn coming. Let's see, what do I got here? I'm looking at my stash. My stash is not even updated. I have 574 skeins of yarn. And I know that it's 574 because I literally cataloged all of it. So good luck. Good luck. If you think you can carry all that. All right. I don't know how much I'm getting. And I don't know the state of this yarn. Like, I don't know the quality of this yarn. I don't know if it's going to be synthetic. I don't know if it's going to be animal. I don't know if it's going to be plant. I don't know if it's going to... Like, I knew nothing about this yarn. Okay, we start over the ring. Yeah, rings are... So this needs to go over there. I think this is going to be the first time I have shuttle tat with yarn. I think it is. It would be, ow, freaking hands. Oh my god, my finger's like locking up. I hate that. I hates it. You can't steal it. It's not gonna happen. My cold dead body, okay? And then I'm probably gonna come back from the grave. No, no, no. No, no, no. I actually have a pegboard, so all of my yarn isn't out, right? But like the pegboards that people, like the squares with the holes in them, and you put like metal little hooks in them, and people use them in garages and like to store tools and stuff like that. I have a pegboard for my yarn. It's all of my yarn of a specific weight. Actually, I don't want to do that. But yeah, it's a lot. I did some networking today. The person I was guiding around the building was going to school for something I'm considering. And they've changed their mind since then because of just like reasons, like whatever, not my business. But they were like giving me all kinds of like, hey, by the ways about it, like some major intel, because they were seriously going to study it, and just, you know, things didn't work out is basically what happened. And so if I have questions, I can absolutely ask her. And she was, like, I told her I was thinking about it, and she's like, do it. I was like, I need no encouragement, I promise you. And the reason that I want to go into that specific degree, no, I'm not going to tell you what it is because of the flexibility of the job. I can pretty much go anywhere and work. I won't be, like, stuck in a certain place. Which means if I get into a department that like, I thought I was gonna like this, and I get there and I freaking hate it, I don't have to go to school to get a new job. I can just find a different place to work at or a different department. Oh no, my mouth tastes like metal. Oh, fucking side effects are the worst. So I'm really excited. That's awesome. I did not expect that to happen today. Oh, I have more tea. I have more tea. So I was nominated for an award. Now here's the thing. I don't get awards. Okay? Like, I don't. I am quite unremarkable. Okay? I like to keep a low profile. I don't like to draw attention to myself, regardless of how loud I am. Like, I am not a showman. Okay? And I don't want to be the center of attention. Ever. Like, if I have to be, like, I can manage it. Like, some people just, they can't even, like, deal with it. I can fake it. But I will be, like, ready to go. You'll be like, okay, we're done. I'm like, I'm already in the car. I'm already home. I don't know where you are. Like, I'm so ready to go. And, anyway, what the juice? Oh, Jesus. So, I mentioned it to one of the supervisors that I was, like, good with, which is funny. Okay, this is what's funny. I responded in kind to, like, what he said. He engaged in conversation. He asked open-ended questions. He said, how are you? Like, he introduced himself. He said, how are you? He asked me how I was liking it. He, like, stepped up and was like, hey, oh, is that what's going on? Oh, that's what's going on. That's weird. It's like, hey, if you have any questions, if you're having any trouble, if you need help, if you don't understand something, ask. And I'm like, yeah, no, on it. Okay, so look, you got a little ring. Woo! Okay, so now the hard part is doing this. And I think we're going to have to take this out. Anyway, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I've got like 19 more minutes, but I literally don't know how much time I have left. Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna last, but I am gonna try to get my fingers to cooperate. Jeez, I'm gonna try to stick it out for like a while longer. I don't want to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here like all night or whatever, and then like 10 minutes later I'm like, nope, that was not true. That is not true at all. So anyway, I was informed that at least somebody was going to bring it up. Like, I don't know what happened of it, but that's the thing. I don't know what happened of it. And when I stopped and talked to this guy, I was like, just in the course of whatever, I'm like, I'm back. And he's like, I'm so glad you're back. And I'm like, I'm gonna go and clean, actually, honestly. I have not been cleaning my apartment, and I have company coming next week, and I have a feeling I'm not gonna have any energy this week. I think it's gonna be a little more intensive next week. Like, that's what I'm talking about next week. So yeah, I'm honestly, and that's if I'm not too freaking tired. Alright, so I think I'm gonna try and get through another ring though. Like, if I can get this chain done and another ring, yeah. So anyway, I brought it up. I said, yeah, this happened, and that week that happened, this is also the week I got, like, I got fired, like, shortly after that. And, like, he had advised me to do XYZ, and I did, and I said, yeah, like, within days of doing that, I was fired. And he just looked at me like, really? I'm like, yeah, that's how that went. And he like works in he worked in like an adjacent but not the same building than I did. So while he was still in my department, he was in another area. So anyway, get this. Oh no, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we gotta take this last one out. I tell him about the, yeah, I'm gonna go clean, like literally in 16 minutes. I don't think you understand how messy my apartment is. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I told him, and he's like, so you need to reach out to so and so. And I recognized the name. I'm like, oh yeah, I think that person was like, in like the email, the notification, right? They were part of the conversation. And that's like why I had known their name, right? So he's like, you need to reach out directly to them. Now here's the reason I didn't. This person is the freaking VP of like this department, like a specific department. Okay, I'm nobody, and you're telling me to reach out to the freaking vice president of this department? Like what? What? Like what? No. And he's like, no, you need to reach out to her because, like, I don't really understand what his reasoning was, but he was like, you got this, you deserve this. Then I come to find out that the committee that like decides this decision of like, I guess, who to honor and who to nominate or whatever, like there's an official committee. He's on the fucking committee. So what's going to happen is he will get a call from this person, and he's probably going to speak up on my behalf and like not fight for me, but like advocate for me, which is awesome because I want to put that shit on my resume. That's all Friend's fault. Friend's like, you should totally put it on your resume, and I don't want to do that. And Friend is like, you should totally put it on your resume. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do that. And she's like, you should totally put it on your resume. I'm like, fine. And the thing is, I don't get awards. Okay? I don't think my baseline is do the job and do it well. And a lot of people just do the job. The whole well part doesn't come into it. I'm kind of shocked that this is working, by the way. So, Friend's an overachiever too. Friend is business goat. I think I need more of these shuttles. I saw a bunch, like a pack of them for like $18, and I was like, I want. And then I looked at my bank account and it said no, and I said, okay, never mind. So next time I get paid, I'm probably gonna order them because these are the largest shuttles I've been able to find, which for me, who likes to do like oversized things, that's significant. You spelled it wrong. What do you want? What do you want? God. My throat hurts. I think I need to make some hot tea. I don't know what flavor I'm going to make though. I'm waiting. What? I'm probably gonna pass out. Like I have not been. Nobody's seen me. Like you haven't seen me all week. Nobody's seen me all week because I've been getting home and passing out because my sleep schedule is super messed up right now. And then I've been waking up like ridiculously early. Like I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning the other morning, and I'd gone to bed like at a reasonable time, and I'm having to exhaust myself to even get to sleep, and then I'm not staying asleep for very long, so like it's a mess. Like Meanwhile, was it the other day? Oh, was it? It was Monday into Tuesday. I slept 11 fucking hours. I was 2 hours late to work because of that. I was freaking out. Yeah, I don't sleep that long. I usually sleep for like six, 6 to 7 hours is like the sweet spot. Like 6.5 hours is good. Like that's fine. I can't go below 6, right? Like not on a consistent basis. But like technically, yeah, I could get below 6, right? Well, I slept for 11 hours. And the only reason I know is because my Fitbit told me. I was like, what the hell? I told friend. Friend was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I told wife, and she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, no, that's fucking not normal. Like, the two of them know me well enough to know that I'm an insomniac. And, like, if I didn't have to sleep, I'm scrolling through stuff, I wouldn't. But I do have to sleep. And so here we are. Against my will. Okay, good. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I have ever slept that long. And I don't feel sick, although my eye is starting to twitch. I don't know if that's from strain or stress. I don't like it though. No, sir, I don't like it. Ow, Jesus. So I forgot all about that actually. Yeah, I basically got up, rolled out of bed, threw my uniform on, put the dog away. Like I don't even know if I walked the dog before I left. I think I put the dog away and I left. Yeah, I don't do requests, so no, probably not. But on top of that, I'm gonna probably clean till I can't even anymore and then pass out because it's the weekend and I can finally actually do that. Yeah. Like, I need to do homework. That's what I need to do. But my head has been hurting like all day. And like even worse than like it's hurt lately. Like a ridiculous like migraine levels, which is ridiculous because I don't get migraines. I'm hoping that's from tension and stress, which means as soon as my stress goes down, like they'll go away, right? Like my stress is gonna go down. That's ridiculous. But no, I have to entertain next weekend, and I'm not gonna have any time between now and next weekend to clean because I'm going to be like frantically playing catch up and trying to get homework done and reading done and notes and listening to lectures. Like, I'm not gonna have time to do shit. I don't actually understand how I'm gonna get any of it done. Oh my gosh. This is where having a hook on the end of this would be really helpful. I do have one. Ow. Freaking, I hate when my pinky locks up. Yeah. Oh my god, is that... No! We're having trouble here. I'm about to grab my crochet hooks, which are right next to me. Oh my gosh. Ha! Take that. So, there's a possibility that I'm gonna get an award, some like recognition for doing quote unquote an exceptional job. Okie dokie. I'm only gonna be on here long enough probably to finish this ring. And then I'm off. I don't know if I'm gonna come back this weekend. Just because I have so much to do. It would be kind of irresponsible for me. Not that this isn't like me working, but I have other things that have deadlines. And if I have to postpone or like cancel something, so I'm probably, even though it's like I'm supposed to be able to show up, although Fridays is always optional and so is Saturdays, but like I don't think I'm gonna be here Sunday either. I don't know. So, ow, freaking God. There's also a really good chance that I'm gonna eat Pop-Tarts and pass out. I packed Pop-Tarts today and I didn't eat them. But that's because I was given tasty food. And it was free, which means it tasted even better. That's how you know it's good. I don't think that anybody believed me when I said I was like gonna be back and I was gonna be in like a non-temporary position. I'm beginning to think, because everybody's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're back. And I'm like, did you not hear me when I said I was gonna be here? Like, did you think I was making it up? I guess that's what happened. So, that's cool. So, with the amount of blue, this whole center is going to be blue. And I think the outside's going to be all black, probably. I don't know, but I think probably. Now I gotta say, this is way bigger than this, right? I mean, okay, not way bigger. This is like at least twice as big. But I feel like it's not gonna be, like, I don't know, ratios, math, hard. Yeah. I'm not gonna start the next chain, because if I start the chain, I'm gonna want to finish the chain. I think I'd rather end on a ring, which means I would have to automatically do another one. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Like, I'm going to make a bunch and I don't know. I don't know. Alright, it's not quite an hour, but it's close. And I need to get started on the tidying up. So, everybody who stopped by, everybody who watches the replay, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Means a lot that you gave a shit and popped in, and I will keep y'all updated on that award, whether that happens or not. And how the new day job's going, because I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna have like a reasonable amount of change, which is not like my favorite thing, but I think the change is gonna be variety, and that's gonna be good, because it won't be interminably boring. So, toodles!